Yeah, so I was she's all right, isn't she? How was the curry?
Curry was great.
Was it actually?
Yeah, it was really nice and spicy.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's class. Are you quite comfortable where you are?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
Right, so let's get this then over for you.
Perfect.
So if you want to move it and manipulate it,
Yeah.
feel free.
Feel free. Yeah.
That should be fine with
Awesome.
that is. I will get cozy on here. Yeah, how's that feeling? You
Yeah, it's
ready for
good.
it?
Yeah, look, yeah, it's good.
Should be nice. So what I'll do is just
Yeah.
like a little intro. And then, yeah, we'll pretty much be straight into it, if that's all right.
Sounds good, mate.
Fantastic. Right, well, so, you're on episode 14. Like, so, it's a bit,
Yeah, good.
like it's, oh no, 15 today.
15, good.
It's mental. Getting quick, hey? Right. Welcome back, everybody, to the LA Golf Channel podcast. This is episode 15, and today we've got somebody that I don't know how to describe other than saves lives and saves pars. And there's a laugh in that, there's a smile. I'm really excited to be having a chat with the golfing medic all over Instagram, TikTok. Sir, how the devil are you today?
I'm good, thanks. Yeah, thanks for having me on.
No worries at all. So we'll be calling you Kris today. Kris
Yeah,
Crawley.
Kris, yeah, please go.
Yes, so the golfing medic will be coming out a little bit.
Yeah.
I love it. But I'd also like to say a massive thank you to Valley for supporting the podcast. The bags are fantastic. One will be on its way to a wonderful viewer at this point. But no, let's get into it. First of all, we played some golf today.
Yeah.
How did you find my home course?
Loved it. It was great.
Yeah?
It was good. Didn't play my best golf today, I'm not going to lie. Not good. But
Tell me a more golf thing than when we finally get together and we both hack it round for a day.
that is golf.
Yeah,
It literally sums up how golf is.
To every aspect of it.
Yeah,
It was
completely.
brutal. But your golf as well, but you are a powerful golfer.
I try, yeah.
There was no trying. You were comfortably just flying the back of a 300-yard green. If you remember, you were on the top of the hill.
Yes, yeah.
That was pretty incredible, to be fair. So, your golf, you're a current scratch 0.0.
Yeah, 0.0 I am at the moment.
I love that, man. That is incredible.
Makes it easy doing the card.
Yeah, we will definitely get into handicaps when we're playing handicaps get to, Jesus. But a 0.0, when did you start golf?
So I started playing golf now when I was 11. So,
Yeah.
Well, I'm 35. So, yeah, 24 years ago.
Yeah. That's
So,
awesome, man.
Yeah.
Jesus. When did you start finding that scratch can be an achievable goal?
So for me, I would say it's been since I picked golf back up again.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You did touch on the fact you had an 8-year break,
Yeah.
didn't you? Well, why was that?
So that was due to university.
Right, okay.
So literally, I finished, 2008, finished school, went off, did a degree up in Durham for 3 years, played golf, but I would say it was more social golf. It wasn't serious golf. And then went to Manchester 5 years, doing my medical degree. Same, played a bit of golf.
Yeah,
It was more social. Played for Manchester Uni, but it was more, again, social. It wasn't all the time.
Yeah.
And what happened was COVID. COVID happened. And then my friend got better at golf than me. So that was literally what got me back. Got the bug back so bad. Asked my wife. She's either a medical widow or a golf widow.
Yeah.
Like, literally just got the bug. And that was what, after first lockdown, that's when I picked the game back up again.
Right, okay. So, yeah, just a little over 5 years ago, really.
Yeah.
Huh? Wow. So, I love that you just touched on something then competitive. There was a point, you know what I'm going to say, don't you?
Yeah.
We were walking through the first 3 holes. I think we did the best 3 scores.
Yeah.
Best 3 staple for points of 4.
Yeah.
And through the first 3 holes, our team had 10 points.
10 points, yeah.
Yeah.
Good going.
It was not our best, was it? You did this peach of a drive, though, and potentially in a really positive place, potentially not in play.
Yeah.
I was like on the cusp of water and pull one left. And I went, like, I'm trying to have just a nice day meeting you. And I don't want to be too competitive. Can I shut down? You went, I don't want to lose. I was just like, yeah, that helps. There was literally a switch in the two of us. How good did the golf get after that?
Yeah, it did.
We were just
got
being
better.
too nice.
Yeah. It's hard though because you can get comfortable with
Yeah.
golf. I find sometimes that It's good though. That type of playing is nice though at times, because sometimes I find playing. I take my golf seriously. I do. I'm not gonna lie, but you can kind of lose the social aspect sometimes of it and meeting people and stuff if you just concentrate. On just the golf. It's finding the balance.
Yeah, the balance is always going to be probably a never-ending battle for every golfer, because we've all been there where you hit this bad shot and it probably snowballs a little bit. To be fair, there was one of our playing partners, I'm not going to name them, but the first 3 holes you could see was really uncomfortable, and then obviously from the 8th he'd really found this game.
Oh,
which was lovely. That's what you want, but when you do have that internal battle, it can be brutal, because I guess also stuck in a new gentleman, doesn't want to look silly.
Yeah.
And then you want to be polite, but you don't want to look like a bad golfer.
Yeah.
While you want to contribute for the team. And it's a tough battle, isn't it, when you're trying to find this relaxed, non-competitive feel.
Completely.
So, yeah, it's an interest. So what you're a competitive person, and you did switch it on, by the way. When you got back into golf, did you get better than your mate?
Yes.
Oh, look, that was like, of course I did.
But now he's not. We're pretty similar, to be fair. I'll give him that. He's a good golfer.
Is this one of the gentlemen who's moved clubs with you?
No. This is a friend that I met through my mates at university.
Right. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Is he local at all?
No. He lives down south.
Oh, so he might not even be a real handicap.
He's good. He's good. He's good. I can't bow out. He's good.
I love it. Your competitive golf, when your handicap's got you to, has got to some really fun competitions, hasn't it?
Massively, yeah.
Does he enter them sort of competitions?
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
okay.
But it's because I think because of the way things work, there's such a not a divide, but because he's so far away, we haven't really had a chance to play in any of them. We've played a team events together.
Have you?
We've gone down and played in things together, which has been good. But it's hard because like scratch events, they all kind of seem to be quite local. You can travel for them, but it's a lot. 36 holes in one day. Most of them, it's like making the plan of you going somewhere for a few days or. And
you've already mentioned your wife is a work widow and a golf widow.
Yes.
So add that in with you've got a young baby, which congratulations as well.
Thank you so much.
To add all that in, yes, you're probably pushing your luck a little bit.
Yeah, and I think that's fair enough to say. To be honest with you,
there's definitely 2 people that'll be listening to this who are going to kill me for saying it. But if you'd like to shout it out in any way, because I know the true unsung hero of 1 golfers, but 2 content creators, 3 golf content creators. It's our better halves.
Completely.
It?
Yeah, completely. I would shout out to my wife Beth. She's great.
Yeah,
so let me do all this. Like, hats off to her.
A massive thank you to her indeed as well for letting me steal you for the afternoon and the evening as well. So, no legend. It's boss of her. But the tournaments that you do get to, so obviously you're going to struggle to travel those scratch ones.
Yeah.
You've done some pairs ones.
Yeah.
Like, do you, as a scratch golfer, do you like team competition or do you like having control of your own score?
No, I like team competition. So I'm a big fan of playing me and my friend last year, our club I was at, we did the pairs better ball, full handicap, and we managed to get through to the semi-finals. We lost in the semi-finals. Part of that was because most of the time we played, I was post nights, so I'll put that as my excuse. But my golf would be ropey for the front 9 holes, to say the least, a lot of the time. But my partner was really good, and he would hold us up. I like that, playing with someone you can play with someone that's similar level. He's pretty much same level as me as a golfer. And it's good to be, but he plays the game very differently to how I do. So it's good, playing that better ball type of situation. I love scramble. Right. I love playing scramble. It's one of my most favourite, really fun. I find it really good fun.
You'd be a really strong asset in a scramble, to be fair, wouldn't you? If someone, probably where my dad played today, if someone gets to get to a fairway, that just frees you up, I bet.
Yeah, completely.
That was actually something I was going to touch on, actually. So the better balls, obviously you said that you just play the game quite differently.
Yeah.
Do you find with a team game that your strategy changes if the other person looks like they're in a semi-strong position, or are you just an aggressive golfer. We've touched on that you're just a long player, aren't
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So do you try and navigate your way around if you think they're in a precarious position, or do you know this is my game?
So I think way I look at it is who I'm playing with. So I have to see, like you say, what type of golf they are. A lot of the time I'll go second.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll either, play the safe ball, and then if it's safe, I'll go for it and then kind of play that type of way. Or sometimes I'm like, no, let's swap this round. You feel like you want to go for that shot instead.
Mm-hmm.
And like example, like the better ball I played last year, my friend was like, I just feel like I'm going to go for the green. It's par 4. And he's like, just went first, drove the green.
Okay. That just, yeah.
And they just felt that's that kind of that thing. I think it's different. It kind of works on strengths and weaknesses. It's kind of, and mine is, okay, I hit the ball a decent way. So it does help, but it can also play into trouble. So if I'm kind of freed up, I'm more happy to go for it. But I can, if I want, can reel back and like, let's just get an iron out. I think sometimes I probably should do that more often in my golf game. But I tend to do that more if I'm playing as myself. So if I'm playing medal or something, I will pull back a lot.
Touch more conservative.
Yeah, completely.
Right. Okay.
Completely.
The course management side of things, obviously, because I think you've been on the longer side of your game most of the time you've played golf. From an early junior.
Yeah.
Course management. Did you find that you had to like learn it yourself, or did you ever get some coaching?
No.
Oh, really?
No, never. From a course management point of view, probably no. It was more. So when I was a junior, I was an idiot.
Really?
I would drive her out, just go. But that's what you do when you're a kid, don't you? You just want to hit it a long way, and you hit it far and stuff. The places I used to put myself in was terrible. My golf as a junior is, I got to a decent level, but it was restricted because mentally I would never have the way of just like railing it back. Yeah. Since now I took golf up, and I took golf up again after doing the job I do, and having to deal with different levels of stress and kind of having to think differently. It's definitely come into my golf game.
Right. Okay.
So now I feel like I can play better. I play a lot better golf now I'm older than I did when I was younger. For that reason.
Okay. It's interesting that you use your job as the leveler out for that. That's pretty cool. Because we were having a brief chat before this as well. I do find that there's so many links to golf and life.
Oh, completely. Yeah.
And it is, and I guess obviously your job's sensationally unique, which we may touch on a little bit. Yeah. But it must be pretty leveling. Like what's an actual problem? What's actual stress? Yeah. Like. Is that the sort of stuff you mean transferred over? Yeah.
So definitely it's just like dealing with like how like through my mind, like I can't say I hit a bad shot. It's so common you compound in golf. It happens to people all the time. The way I look at it though is I just like if something went wrong at work, I'd have to think of a way to fix this. Yeah. Because something's gone wrong. So I kind of take the same way in golf, because in golf you can then go for the hero shot. But if I did that in work, if I went off piste or whatever, something very, very things get very wrong very quickly. So I kind of bring that in with my golf. So it's like, what would get me safe? What's the safe play to get me back so I can then keep playing my game? And that's kind of how I've started to look at golf. Yeah.
That's awesome. But we've kind of skated. We'll most definitely come back to golf because, Jesus, there's so much to touch on in how to get to scratch, maintain it. But you've touched on your job is super. It's going to be incredibly reactive, but it's high stress. It's probably quite emotional.
Yeah, it can be. Yeah, definitely.
I think I obviously said you save lives. You are genuinely a superhero, like for what you do. No,
thank you.
But what would you like to share with what your role is and where? Because where it is, I think, is sensationally unique as well.
Yeah, so I'm a paediatric doctor. I've been doing that now for just over 7 years. So obviously did my training and then went into working with kids. So at the moment I'm coming towards the end of my training. So I'm still technically what you class as a junior doctor. I'm just at the end of that. So I work at Alder at the moment. So I'm doing my we do like special interest training, and mine's in cardiology. So I'm working with the cardiac team at Alder at the moment, which is a great team to work with. It
honestly, it's breathtaking. For those who aren't sure, Alder is a children's hospital in the northwest, it's a pretty well respected hospital, isn't it? People
definitely.
that really brought from distances to come
there.
there.
Definitely. Yeah.
So for those who aren't sure, that's what Alder is. And honestly, what you do, like when you bring kids into it, like I genuinely can feel myself getting even emotional thinking about what you have to consider dealing within a day. The managing emotions, you talk that you can transfer that over to golf, but I'm not saying is there any secrets to how you can do it with work, but is there like any secrets is there a secret to being able to try and control an emotion? Because you've gone through the textbook learning, the on-site learning for how to look after people, but how to look after yourself in that situation, I assume you still have to learn yourself.
You do. Dealing with medicine is it's the way you can't. They always say to you, there is support there for your own mental health and your own side of things, but I always say this to people, and I don't know, people may disagree or whatever, but you find a way to you don't shut off. You don't emotionally shut off, but you kind of have to at times. Because if emotions come in, it can affect judgment, it can affect what you do, and they will naturally, as a person, you will also have that human nature, that emotion will be there still, but you kind of have to find a way to focus. But and
what is it that helped you figure out how to do that? Because I was wondering, because that's such a skill that's probably sense you've said it's the skill that's taken you back to golf and has strengthened your game, and you've picked that up. Is there? Do you know? Okay, we'll look at Scotty on the telly.
Yeah,
and he's Stone Cold Steve Austin.
He is.
There's no highs, there's no lows, and that is what keeps him in control as often as possible. When his emotions take over him, it's usually his worst rounds. You do have the opposite sometimes in Rory, who's a little bit crazy. But you look at his Masters achieving round last year, emotionally the most level person in the world, and it gives you the best chance to make the best decision then.
Yeah.
Like you say, keep the emotion out of it and make it as sensible as possible. But how do people get that? I'm not asking you to go right now.
No. It's a great question. It's a great question. I would say it's through time of doing the job I do. It's kind of when I started. So, for example, when I started back as a foundation year 1 doctor, I used to be terrified going to work. Because especially the amount of things you deal with, you don't know what's the night's going to, especially night shift, you don't know what, you're just sometimes the only other doctor that's available, your seniors are busy, that's how it works. And you don't know what's going to happen. And it's kind of building that way of thinking what's the worst thing that could happen.
No, yeah, I understand, yeah.
And then if that doesn't happen, then you've kind of got through that. And I think over time, being a medic, you kind of build resilience from keep going through that. So I know my first time I worked as a registrar, so obviously you become the different levels as a registrar. It's kind of the last step before you become a consultant, but you're a registrar for a while. Like in paediatrics, you do it for 4 to 5 years. So it's a good stint but I remember my first time doing that, I was absolutely I was like, oh God, this could happen. I'm the only senior doctor in the hospital. But then it's building that. It's like from situations like that, the worst and bad things happen. Bad things have happened to me. But it's kind of looking at how you dealt with that, and if you feel that you've done everything you can, and that's always important with medicine. Because you can never you can't second guess things. I'm not looking to oversimplify that because, mate, again, I said superhero. It's not everybody can do what you're doing, and you're gonna laugh at me when I make this comparison. I'm sure everybody is, but everybody will have had that feeling on a golf course. Oh, completely.
And that's what's we're really trying to see that link. And I have a mental coach, Laura. She was on the other week. And I remember her saying to me, because my biggest concern when playing golf is usually the people around me. She said, what's the worst that can happen? And it's You start working backwards from the worst that can physically possibly happen is that you stand there and you laugh in my face and go, you're terrible. Like, realistic, other than that, you're not going to punch me. You're not going to... And again, relative, the worst that can happen is completely different. But like you say, you start actually putting a real feel into what you think is the worst, I guess, is what it eases the rest of it, maybe.
Yeah, completely,
Yeah.
Completely.
I think also you said time, like putting yourself in those situations, and you're a scratch golfer. I know we're flipping a little bit.
Yeah,
but
no, it's fine, yeah. As
a scratch golfer, you've probably put yourself in the situations of first tee nerves. How many comps have you played versus myself? Like, I bet a competition's a regular thing for yourself as often as you can.
Yeah, at least weekly, I will say I play in comps,
So worst case scenarios and experiences in time. You've experienced it. You've probably got some scar tissue, but you'll also have a lot of fantastic time from there to build as many positive memories as the idea of the negative ones.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's a sensational... It's an interesting skill to be able to move across, and again, leading back to how golf and life can be very similar.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Non-comparably the worst case scenarios and best case scenarios, but it's fantastic. And by the way, well done for getting through those times to now be able to give people the best opportunity to be okay at the end of it. Like, I can't even imagine.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Are you enjoying life as a doctor, and those good days?
Of course, there's good days, bad days. It's a profession that you can't, if you don't love it, it'd be very hard to do, because it is hard at times. And obviously, I know I'm not going to go into details, but for the press and stuff, and how things are at the moment with the strikes and things like that. I'm not, things are up and down and stuff.
We had that on the course, didn't we?
Yeah. And you have to love the job. Yeah. And I always say to people who are looking to do it, like, you have to want to do it for the right reasons, because it's so rewarding. Like, such a rewarding job. But there will be some very bad times with it as well. Yeah. And it's kind of...
not that they're comparable, but again, I think there's always got to be a clap for yourselves, nurses and teachers. Completely. Like, they're almost thankless tasks, because you're expected to do the impossible, and then when the very possible happens, it's not a nice day. But when you achieve the impossible, it's very much the family probably celebrating with the child, not saying thank you as often as people possibly should. So no, it's like you say, you've just got to be a special human, which is why you're probably such a nice man, why you're incredibly loved in the community that we're both within. Like, it makes sense that the character that you are, because you're a pretty selfless person from what I get from being spent time with you, though. You're just, even the conversations about your loyalty to companies local to us, which if you want to mention anything in them, but your loyalty, your integrity, there's topics that sensitive in and around any conversation we've had tonight, that I have full confidence that you're not going to share the things that we've said. No. And it's honestly, you can tell that from just meeting you, and why you're fantastic for the role you do, which is class.
Yes, I appreciate that a lot.
But let's get back to light-hearted anyway. That was a bit deep. Yeah. I touched on the competitions. Yeah. There's going to be a fun one coming up this year.
Yes, definitely.
There's the North v South Creator Cup.
Yes,
is that right? Yeah. You looking forward to it?
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Do you think the North are going to bring it home?
Of course.
Yeah.
Definitely.
They're making you work for it by travelling all that way as well. They're making you work for it, man.
Love it. No, I think it's really good. It'd be a really good event. It's something like that's needed. I know obviously there's the bigger one that's going on that Rick Shields and stuff is organised, but having that one for the bit more for everyone. Yeah, obviously the Rich is technically for everyone, but it's nice getting all of everyone that's in this community now that's becoming so big to kind of meet each other, play with each other. It's really good.
Well, again, going back to your relationship in the community, me and you've spoken for some time on that. To actually be able to get face to face and actually have a chat and to play some golf, I'm sure people think that happens all the time, but it doesn't, does it?
No,
So
it's hard. It's
like,
hard to do.
Yeah,
It is hard to do.
we've all got time sheets, jobs, kids.
Yeah.
Like it's fantastic that this day will be put on for everybody to be able to get together.
Yeah.
The concept is pretty unique, which is cool.
Yeah.
But there's so many of them happening now. We're in one together.
Yeah, we are, yeah.
Beginning of May.
Yeah.
You did last year's day at Harding Golf Club.
Yeah, it was really good.
Ian, by the way, what a special human.
Great guy.
Incredible.
That guy does what he does, and he does it all off his own back.
So, again, just some people are just built different, aren't they?
Yeah,
they
definitely,
really are.
Definitely.
How did last year? How was it like structured? What have we got to look forward to with it?
So it was. So we all turned up, put into groups, and we played as pairs.
Yeah.
So it's quite a good format actually. So you both teed off, chose the best drive,
Yeah.
and then you play your own ball from there.
Is that a shambles?
So it's a bit, yeah, it's a bit like a shamble type of situation. So, but it was really good. And then it was, I think it was, I can't remember handicap wise, but there was a limit of how much handicap you had. It was a great day. Like the weather was great. It was really the course as well.
Yeah.
Like hats off, really nice golf course.
I love that. Well, this will be out actually before that, so I'm sure there'll be a few people slipping in a few fivers. We've just said that you drove the back of one of our greens today. Carrie, there'll be people like, yeah, I'll have him as a partner. I love it. In fact, I've got a cameraman there that day, so we'll have to make sure we get some challenges there between you and I as well.
Yeah,
That'll
sounds
be
good.
fun.
Sounds good, mate. I'll look forward to it.
Do you have any other competitions lined up this year?
So yeah, I've got a few things like from a scratch point of view. So,
Yeah.
As I mentioned to you earlier, like I've always play in the Frank Stables at Wallasey. Like I try and do that every year when I can, and then open qualifiers.
Awesome.
Yeah, give that a go.
Yeah, so open qualify, mate. Like, yeah, let's just like dig into that a little bit. So you're scratch golfer.
Yeah.
You're going up against local pros. You're
Yeah.
going up against plus handicaps.
Yeah.
How do you prepare for something like that? As in, but I'm talking like technical.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's going to be a mental side of the game
Massively.
and I'm sure even the most uncomfortable environments will still not prepare you for something like this.
No, definitely not.
But obviously, you're a very good golfer. You're very capable. You can get up and down. You can hit the ball a long way. How do you? There'll be people listening like myself. To be fair, I can't really look for it. How do you practice for something like that? As in technical? Do you overthink it? Or do you grind?
I think it's good question, to be fair, because I think you can do too much,
Right. Okay.
and you can do too little.
Yeah.
It's finding that.
Well, that's not very nice. Like, give us a chance. Mate.
Yeah. I always try and find, so the way I do it with work is I always give myself, usually try and week before, I make sure I've got like leave or something to give myself to get into that head game of what it's going to be. I get a practice round, go and play with the course I'm playing, kind of think about how it's going to map it out and things. Technically, it's tough because if you're not on your game that day, and I've done it. This is maybe the fourth time that I've had a go. It's getting slightly better every time.
Lovely. I love it.
Which is good. But golf, you could be a level of golfer. Like I've played in these, and any type of golf can turn up. I've seen professional golfers hit shots that you would never think would happen.
Yeah.
So obviously it's regional qualifiers, one round of golf.
Yeah.
So the players who play it all have got it in them to have that amazing one round of golf.
Yeah.
It's just some will do it more regularly
Yeah.
than others.
Yeah, I get that.
And you want to find that right balance that you'll kind of feel that you can go and do that and you've practiced enough for that, but I think you can overcomplicate things by trying too hard. You can try too hard, I think.
Yeah.
And that's something I've learned over the years. I think you kind of have to find, and again, it comes back more to the mental game as it always does.
Yeah.
You have to have that right thought process about how you're going to attack the day.
Yeah. Were you there? You were obviously there 2 years ago. Have you done Caldy every year?
No, so I've done Hesketh. So I did Hesketh for 2 years.
Okay.
And then Caldy last year, and then Caldy again this year.
Ah, right. Okay. So 2 years ago, again, where mental. You talk about great golfers. I was lucky enough to caddy for someone there, and the wind switched while we were playing, and you could see that's the leveler. Again, it's not technical.
No.
The way the gentleman I was with, PJ Pro, he can straight away go, right, I'm adapting to it. I'm ready to change. The game plan's gone because you do go in there with an idea. I guess you have an idea.
Of course, yeah.
Actually. So practice round. I will go back to that in a sec. Practice round. So we're talking about how you prep.
Yeah.
Practice round, you're going out there. What does a scratch golfer do in a practice round before a big comp?
So it's kind of, I want to know when not to miss on the hole.
Yeah.
So that's a big part for me, especially, do I need to dial myself back? Do I need to be aggressive? If I go, can I just get my driver out, and if I miss it, it's safe. Like, the miss is not going to be detrimental. It's kind of knowing where. That's kind of how I look at it when I do a practice round. It's kind of like, if I end up in this spot, can I get up and down? If I end up in this spot, is the ball gone? Have I lost the ball? Is it in the water?
Yeah.
So it's kind of, that's the way I kind of look at a practice round to see. Especially, it's some courses now. I've played Caldy quite a few times, so I kind of know. I'm not like a seasoned veteran of the course, but I kind of know where you can go a bit aggressive and you can't. But obviously, then weather conditions can change.
Yeah, huge.
Very easily. It's links golf, and that can mess things up for you. Yeah, definitely.
Do you hit driver on 1 and 3? So 1 as the slight turn to the left.
Yeah, no, I don't hit driver on 1.
No, because there's trouble on the right, isn't there?
Yeah.
And 3's the almost dogleg right, but you can't. Do you hit driver on there?
So I have hit driver on that hole when it's been into wind.
Ah, right, okay.
But I usually hit 2-iron is my usual go-to.
Right, okay.
Because I know if I hit my 2-iron well, even if it's fast, the further it's going to run out, it's not going to run out to a point where I'm going to
have a problem.
Have a problem.
Yeah, because my writing thing is a bunker short left.
Yes,
yeah. It's a pain as well.
And you can run into the trees if you go too long.
Right,
on three. You can go right through the fairway.
Yeah,
it's all tree lined, and it can make things a lot harder.
And then short par 4 after that, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Don't get what's that? It's probably like a 6-iron for you.
I wish. But that's, again, another hole that I usually hit iron on. I know a lot of people will go for the green.
Yeah, so I'm over on the overcautious side of it, especially with the pro I play with. Is a very sensible golfer.
Yeah.
The risk reward, am I right? I think there's 4 bunkers.
Yeah, and there's a pond on the right as well.
Yeah. So it's just not worth it, is it?
I don't think, personally, no.
Yeah,
I don't think it is.
So do you have this approach to any competition you play?
So I think.
Do you wish you did?
I wish it probably did. I think sometimes club competitions I can, because they're handicap counting again now. I think sometimes the way I prepare for them is just I turn up. I play golf.
Yeah.
I'm the type of person that if I turn up and just stand, I can't turn up and stand on a tee. I have to at least hit a couple of balls.
Right. Okay.
As you've seen today, my tempo is very quick.
Yeah.
And that can be great for me at times, but if I don't know what tempo I'm playing with that day, I got on the first tee, I can do all sorts.
You've got to have a feel for your
So
timing.
I need to know what my mood, my swing is in for the day.
Right,
so that's one big thing for me, is at least hitting a few balls in the net.
Yeah.
Before I play. I think club comps, sometimes it can be, I'll get there at that time. Oh God, time's getting tighter. And then you get there. I have done it before. I've literally had to get out the car.
Oh, really?
Lob myself, tee off.
Yeah.
And it can go one way or the other.
I like that.
Very quickly. But
I put out there the other day about a warm up. What would you rather before the likes of a club champs or Open Club? Would you rather get in the net, get on the range, or play 6 holes?
Oof, that's a good question, that.
Yeah.
Personally, for me, I would range is probably my intimate, the one I would want.
Ball flight,
seeing how you're hitting it. But the big thing for me, it'd have to be grass.
Yeah.
Like I don't, and that's the feeling for me, because then I can see the ball, what the ball's doing.
Yeah.
Obviously, going in the net, it's going to be off a mat. I can get feeling of how I'm hitting it off a mat, but
you don't
know where it's going. So the perfect one would be a grass range would be
right. Okay.
Or be able to go on the practice. So the few clubs, practice ground that are long enough that you can hit.
You can
If
actually hit everything.
hit it off some grass. That is my perfect.
I think I found my secret with 6 holes, mate, honestly.
Seriously?
So I played in Pro-Am last Friday. Formby Ladies, but round the corner, I'm a member of the Formby Par 3.
Yeah.
And because I'm just not as good as you. So if you see a bit of a kink in the armour in your swing and you need to fix it, I'll end up in a black hole because I'm beating balls. It's probably not what I get to do because I don't play as competitively. Again, building that time.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I was like, well, I'm trying to go and do something I don't usually do. So I just went and played 6 holes and I kind of, first 2, I'm finding my swing, I'm loosening up. I still stretch and stuff.
Yeah, of course.
But then you're getting a feel for a roll, like, oh, that wasn't working before. So I'll try this with a chip, maybe drop a ball. But I'm not just hitting 7-iron, 7 and then trying to make it the perfect 7-iron because I'm not good enough to hit a perfect 7-iron. So I need to just see, right, I think I had a thin today. Like, I'm thinning it a bit today.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So I'm probably going to although it'll come up short, just club up. So if I'm going into a green, I don't want to go over the back. And honestly, mate, I think it was revolutionary. 6 holes could be the play.
So that's obviously on a different course then.
Yeah, you're not allowed to go to the same, are you?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's good thing to do though.
Yeah, give it. Maybe one day we'll try it out. When it's of less than importance.
Yeah. That's good. That's an interesting way to look at it. I think that's good to have that. If you can doing something like that, it's something I'd look to try.
Yeah, mate, it could be fun, honestly.
Yeah, definitely.
You touched on some of your comps, handicapped.
Yeah.
You have 2 different mentalities to handicap competitions, don't you?
Yeah.
So I like that laugh. I like it. The handicap system is always going to bring up debate.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
We won't get into debate. We'll just have our fun side.
Yeah.
Stroke play, Stableford. You play 2 different ways.
Yeah.
Why?
Because for me, stroke play, I can, if I say it's medal, I can't blow up. I can't, if I do blow up, it has to be minimal because most of the time I'm giving it's dead. Or it could some places now with the system, I might be giving shots back. So it could be +1, +2. And if I do that, you just compound the error and then that's it. That's just a round gone.
Yeah.
Stableford, you have a bit more leeway because obviously if you have a bad hole, you can just pick the ball up.
Yeah.
And you can still make that back. So you can not score on 1 hole, but then score well on 2 others. And then it makes up for that 1 hole. Mm-hmm. So that's why I kind of think about it differently. So I'll be playing more aggressive probably when I play Stableford than I do play medal. Mm-hmm. And especially if I get to like the, say, 15th hole in a medal and I'm on my handicap or below it, it will then start changing sometimes. They say change the way you play. I don't think you could change. You need to keep playing the way you are that round. But there's certain decisions that would just not cross my mind that probably would in a Stableford.
Yeah, okay. Probably like driving 6. Like, just trying. You're not going to even try.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
It's funny how those mentalities can shift, but you touched on sometimes you have to give shots back. Yeah. And obviously we've spoke, the hot topic of this is very much your mental side of it, probably one of your biggest strengths, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Which is funny to say with someone who can hit the ball so long, but you do feel like mentally bulletproof. Going to a point when you're giving shots back, is that difficult? Are you a birdie hunter?
So that I think you can sometimes go and play around the golf with that mentality, especially if you like. So, example, a lot of the time the way it works with stroke indexes, it could be a par 3. So you can stand on a par 3 more probably in a Stableford because in medal it's again it's slightly different. Where like if I get par, I get 1 point on this hole. Yeah, and it's just like it's just sometimes that's the one thing with giving shots back that I think it should be on I can understand it on a par 4 or on a par 5, but when you stand on a par, and that can affect sometimes how aggressive you'll play that hole because it could be a pin that's tucked on the right side, you got run off, you can short side yourself, and it's all brings in it can bring in a bad shot. You go chasing it.
It's a game play. I try to play with players of your caliber as often as possible to keep understanding these things. I can't comprehend expecting a birdie. So like the lads at the Masters now will be 2 weeks ago, but to go, I have to go on birdie. It's got to be so tough because you bring expectation to a golf shot. I had one today, which was awesome. 95 yards, put it to the foot. But there's no world. That's probably one of my most comfortable shots, and that seems strange to say. But tour average from that distance is 16 feet.
Yeah.
So to then go, I have to birdie this from that distance. The pressure on that, that's got to be very difficult. And do you ever find yourself fall into that trap at all?
Completely.
Yeah.
Completely. I've done it many times. Many times. And I think I've started to try not to now, and the way I've started thinking more about with golf, if you go hunting for birdies, you find bogeys and double bogeys. That's what I think now.
Okay.
They will come if you play your game. It will come.
Okay.
So that's how I'm starting now more to think with my game, and I definitely seen recently that's making me play some better golf.
Mm-hmm. You didn't really get a chance to show that off as much with the putting today.
Yeah.
Because there was some putts that we know you were holing.
Yeah.
But when you say you're just kind of trusting the golf and the process, does that go... You're obviously too good to aim just middle of green. But at what point do you go, I'm fine, I'm looking for the gap between the middle of the green and the flag now?
So, again, that's more if I feel if I need to go for it.
Right, okay.
If I'm feeling like, I feel comfortable.
Okay.
So, they talk about the traffic light system in golf.
Yeah.
It's a red light, amber, green.
Yeah.
If I feel that's a green light shot, then I will more likely go at the pin. If it's a red, there's no chance. I will go at the middle of the green.
Could you give us 2 examples of a green light and 2 of a red?
So a green light for me is, say I'm playing a par 4.
Yeah.
I've hit a decent shot, my tee shot's gone where I want it to. I've left myself. So I usually say anything in for about 100 yards in. I feel like, to me, the pin's in a place where, it's more middle of the green. It's not tucked back left, back right. There's nothing running off. So say if I miss short, say it's back left, you short side yourself down a hill. You've left yourself, and it's going to be so hard to get up and down.
Yeah.
There's no chance I would go at that pin.
Oh, okay.
None at all.
Yeah.
And especially now because of the shot shape I'm tending to play.
Yeah.
It doesn't play into my game. Back right pin with that situation, I might be more, for me, is more of an amber now than it used to be. Like a red, because obviously I'm trying to play more with a fade. So then I can aim at the middle of the green, and if it starts to fade, then that's more. And then the greens for me, there's no trouble. If I hit this at the hole, if I miss left or right, I'm fine. That's kind of how I look at it from that point of view.
Yeah, it's just these little probably nuggets. The maybe a little bit too aggressive for the 18, 20 handicappers to be looking at, but that should be very middle. But for my ability, it is understanding those little secrets of when is it good. I think Wakey, who's I might be getting myself in trouble here, maybe caddying for you for it.
No, he's caddying for me.
I'm really excited for that. Then see how that goes.
Yeah, definitely.
He and you can tell how in tune he is with the people he's around.
Yeah.
There was some great examples which make me feel so confident about him being your caddy. Is one he noticed with me, when it becomes too aggressive golf, my game it brings in poor shots, whereas my relaxed golf, what you were saying, it was when I opened doors to. I think I had a chance for 3 birdies in the back.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
He also did that with our other playing partner, my dad. He was uncomfortable being last off the tee.
Yeah.
And you could see with voluntarily, he's in the tee box, but he's passing, which is why I'm so excited for him to do it with you. But it's understanding that maybe there's other times I need to go. It's not play aggressive golf. This is an opportunity to be aggressive.
Yeah, that's definitely the way to look at it, because there's a lot of times in golf where you can't be aggressive, and if you take the aggressive play, it can ruin your round. And I think I've learned from years of playing golf, it's taken a lot. Like going back to when I was a kid, I would play the hero shot.
Yeah,
all the
just
time. I was just like, let's go for it.
Yeah.
And the number of times it would ruin me. Like, it would actually ruin my card. I don't
Yeah.
care, like 7s, 8s, like things just, and it just compounds. And
Yeah.
playing that, there is a time to play that hero shot, but it's playing it in a controlled way.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying that play to your strengths.
Yeah.
That's why I play to your strengths. If it's a long, say, drivable par 4,
Okay.
I can miss right. That's fine. If I miss right, I'm not in trouble. I will go for the green.
Right. Okay.
Because that's
the miss.
That's my miss.
Yeah.
And it's kind of working with what your game has.
Okay. I guess it's having that basic understanding of it.
Yeah.
And one way for people to understand their game is sometimes like obviously people have self-awareness, they remember the game. But stats, are you a big stat person at all?
Love stats.
Oh, I'm so happy. So happy to hear that.
Love stats. So I don't know if you saw, I've got the Arcos.
You do have Arcos, yeah.
And that's one of the reasons, 'cause I love to know that feedback after playing around, like how things are going.
Will there be a review on today's round?
They will, yeah.
Oh, will you? Do you review every round?
Every round the golf goes on.
I love that. Okay. Can we, if we went to a rough insight, I'm going to pick first hole because it wasn't our best.
No.
The 5th hole was a great hole.
Yeah.
And then we'll go to 8 because I think it was a great save.
Yeah.
How do you look at them? So you're reviewing them. We're looking at stats. So what are the key things we're looking at? We've got a good, a bad, and a great save hole.
Yeah.
How do you use those stats for yourself? So like first hole, what would you hit off the first?
6-iron.
6-iron, middle of fairway, great position. Probably our fault that you didn't when you missed the left of it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Don't say yes. I was trying to. No, you could have been polite then. Tom, Wakey, and I did not play the wind whatsoever. Probably subtly aggressive because we the format massively missed right, which meant you aimed left and just probably went through the wind.
Yeah.
So when you're looking at your stats on that, what do you see? What are you looking for?
So where it was missed. So what distance I've missed
the
green from. So that's a big thing for me because, as I say, 100 yards in, I'm not expecting to hit it to 5 foot or whatever, but I'd expect to hit it within on the green. So on the green is good, or hit me somewhere where I got a chance to, putt, or it's an easy chip.
Yeah.
So I'll look at that. And obviously, I went and then played a chip shot there, which was...
We didn't touch a wedge before we played. I'm definitely going to give you that. Yeah. We went straight to that. We did not touch a wedge before we played. So we're gonna glide past that one. And then the putting greens, it was just a tough day, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it's expected this time of year.
Yeah.
British golf, unless you go and play links golf, you are going to have, that's how golf is this time of year.
But how do you use the stats that we've just had then? So you've hit 6-iron fairway, not fantastic into the green. There was a duff chip shot, greens with greens. Yeah. What do you take from them stats?
So from that, I can kind of look at from that round what part of my game is kind of let me down that day.
Right. Oh, so you won't look at it as a whole specific?
No. So
okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of how I look. So I look at it, so obviously it kind of accumulates to... There's 4 areas I kind of look at, and it's like driving, you have like approach play, putting, and like short games. Things. So I can kind of look at, okay, for my next round, what kind of let me down that day.
Yeah.
And what type of stuff do I need to kind of think, okay, when I next play, do I need to do a bit around this before? Or is it just a one-off? Like, example, a couple of weeks ago, I had an awful day put. I went last week. 35 putts. 35 putts for me. Putting, I would say, is a...
If you found 18 greens, it's fine.
Yeah.
If you haven't, it's a...
Exactly. And for me, putting is a strong part of my game. And I shot 2 over. So but I had 35 putts and shot 2 over. So in my head, I'm like, what was it about my putting that day? And it was literally, I was just pulling everything. I pulled so many putts. So I made sure when I had a look at that and see if is anything wrong from that point of view. Technique wise, is it something technical or is it just a bad day?
Okay, yeah.
And that's kind of how I look at it.
Yeah.
From that side of things.
Okay, I like that. That's great. I like how I guess I was probably going, again, maybe a mistake that amateurs make. We're going almost too in-depth by looking shot by shot as well. But I'm going to do it one more time because the fifth hole you played, it's stunning. Off the tee, I think, was it 5 or 6 iron again? We went just right near the mound.
Oh, yeah. That was 5 iron.
5 iron,
yeah.
and then you played a shot into the green, which was sublime. So, again, the fifth at Blundell's Hill's got this ridge in the middle of the green with water at the back. If you pitched it 1 yard further in the summer, your ball was wet.
Yeah.
You hit the spot that we were saying was the best place to hit, and that would have just released down to that flag so nicely.
Yeah.
And solid two putt. Like, you did play that hole just beautifully, didn't you?
Yeah.
Is that one where you kind of look at stats and go, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, that's how...
I'm good.
Yeah. It just happened. It does happen. Yeah.
No, it is. It's awesome. You do a lot of this with social. You're on social, which is how we've met. Do you ever share your insights to this level on social at all?
No, I don't actually.
Yeah.
No, it's never something that... And it's something that my other half says to me that I probably should start kind of showing more. Because it's stuff that I've kind of... My own way of how I play things. And and I think it probably is something that I probably should share.
Yeah, not should. It's obviously if you enjoy. But,
no, definitely. Yeah,
keeping stats for myself. So I was late taking up the game.
Yeah,
always make people aware of that. But I believe that they are far more important than people understand. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not taking away from the fact that do not lose feel within the game. I operate with very little feel. But stats truly do give you a great place to go. That's where I need to practice off the course.
Yeah.
And it is that, like, I think people take for granted, really. Just they'll walk off. And when you said 35 putts before, you could look at why you had 35 putts, or you could go, well, what was my approach play saying to leave me 30 to the opportunity?
Yeah.
Was it that you hit 18 greens? Well, actually, statistically, the more greens, the more chance of 3-putting. So maybe it's that. Or was it I'm missing greens and not putting it close enough? And stats give you that knowledge, doesn't it, and understanding.
Well, that day, greens a reg. I hit 14 greens a reg.
That's awesome, isn't it? Were you happy with or unhappy with that?
No, I was really happy.
Yeah,
really
that's awesome, isn't it?
But then I had 35 putts.
Yeah, exactly.
And I put myself in some positions where I would feel, and I know you can put pressure on yourself, but I feel like I should have made some of these putts.
Just held some. Held
some. And it's the difference between it being 2 over par and 3 under par.
Yeah,
that can be the difference sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Is there a range where you say I should make this putt? Like, granted, every putt is so individual.
Of course. Yeah,
but we have that circle. Like I've said to you, I don't make my 8-foot putt percentage is probably like 15%, but in there I feel like I can make it if it's a good green. Like today was a struggle. If it's an 8-foot putt, I just feel like I'm gonna make that. Is there one where you just go, Is there a yardage where you just go, this is my yard, I'm happy.
I'd say...
You can't say 1 foot.
No. So for me, personally, and when me and my mates play, some of the guys off low handicaps, we will give ourselves like 3-footers.
Yeah.
That's
there's a good expectation.
Yeah. Confidence-wise, 5 foot.
Yeah.
I would say I'm usually feel quite confident from 5 foot that I can just... Obviously depends on the putt. If it's
like a snap to oh god, nothing scares me more than a right to left putt.
Right, okay,
because it's the only club I can release. Like I don't really release the face very often. It scares the hell out of me. A right to left.
Right
putt.
to left.
Brutal.
Downhill as well.
Oh man, I had one the night today and I just left it. It'd never have been short any day.
No.
But today was tough. So social, like, honestly, I think your insight and knowledge, there's so much, man, honestly, you could be sharing. But is there a future? Is there a path for the social side of things? What is it you're looking to do?
So like I told you today, I didn't want to do socials. It was never a thing I ever thought about. And kind of a few people I know have done very well from other elements of social media, not golf. And my wife said, why don't you give it a go?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And I'll still never forget she said, remind me of the day, the first time we did it, she used to come out and record me before a little one came along.
Yeah.
She said to me the day she was very close to being like, I will never do this for you again. He said I was the most nervous person. I was like worried about people watching, having to rush. I just came across as like,
Yeah.
oh, why, like, oh, this is so stressful. And I was obviously showing it that way. And then from there, kind of got used to it in some way, but I still used to feel like people were watching you, be judging you, like all that. It's human nature, isn't it? Like you're worried about what other people think. And it's taken time for me to feel comfortable doing it. I'm not gonna lie, because it is starting off is daunting.
Oh God, it's petrifying.
Massively petrifying, but the reward, I think it's great. And my goal from it has always been to meet people, meet new people, play new golf courses, show me playing golf, how I play golf, like, you know, push myself to do things. And, you know, I actually, you've seen today, I'm not like just my head's not massive ego. I hit the ball a decent distance, and
you are longer than tour average.
Yeah,
it's not. It's fine. Yeah, you did fine to say.
Yeah, and it's things like that. I want to show people I can do that.
Yeah. I don't blame you. And mate, on like if I could do that, Jesus. Yeah, it's awesome.
But yeah, I think that it's a great thing to do. And it's been good. I've, like I say, met yourself.
Yeah,
literally around the corner from me.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
It's crazy. I've great day to day. It's things like this, I think, is what I wanted to get. And if there's rewards on the way, you get given some things, you get invited to things. That's great. That's the side of it. That's kind of...
You slip something in there. Is Debbie going to mention that? You don't have to. We can. What's on?
Oh no, I'm happy to. Yeah, So like for example, like I messaged Castor.
Yeah.
And they've got back in touch with me. They've, you know, let me be part of their ambassador program. Just to set me some stuff, which come today actually. Might have
a pretty cool day.
Yes.
I'm not. Yeah. After speaking to them, I'm not sure how much information can be shared about it yet.
Yeah. So
but you could have a pretty cool day coming up, which is awesome.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
So I'm made up for you on that.
Yeah, definitely.
It is. It's a really interesting experience, and I'm just going to go back to the beginning that you said. I genuinely still get scared now when you've got a camera there and there's other people, because there's such an expectation to hit a good shot when you've got a camera there.
Completely.
And even as a scratch golfer, it's not easy to hit a golf shot.
No.
So as an 8, trust me, it's not easy to hit a good golf shot. You've seen that today. But there's something about, and I think I mentioned it earlier, definitely before we spoke, get comfortable being uncomfortable is a mantra, a mentality that I think so many people should adopt. And
completely, yeah. If
nothing else, just give whatever your passion is a go on camera.
Definitely.
Don't do it again. I'm not trying to link this back to where your journey is, but similarly to in a sense of your current job, do it because you love doing it. If you do this for money, it will be painful.
Yeah.
It's a long time coming. I'm not sure either of us are gonna be retiring from work anytime soon. Do it because you love it. Do it because the people. Do it for the journey and how you find yourself along the way. I think that's the best reason to do it, man. And what you're doing, honestly, it's fantastic. And I'd love anybody that, if they're not following already, where can they find you?
So find me on Instagram. So I'm the Golfing Medic on Instagram. I'm on TikTok as well. Golfing Medic on TikTok.
Yeah.
So
I promise that it's awesome, and so excited to see what you continue to do. This day we've teased everybody with will be so exciting.
Yeah.
So if they keep looking around mid-August, they may have seen where you've been.
Yeah.
But honestly, mate, I've honestly made up for how the journey's going for you. It's pretty cool. I don't know if you've seen though. So each of my podcasts ends with something.
Right. Okay.
It's against the grain.
Yeah.
So we're going to get against the grain in golf, and what's a hot take you have in golf? Maybe not everyone's going to agree with you on.
Yeah. So my one has to be handicap limits in club major board competitions.
Yeah.
I think it should be restricted. You get a maximum of shot a hole.
Yeah.
So no matter what you're off, if you're off 25 or 30 or whatever, you get 18 shots. And that's the maximum amount of shots.
So there's always going to be it's the low handicap complaining. But why because I love what you've said, for board comps. Why maximum 18 for board comps?
Because they are, it's hard. So as a lot of them aren't gross.
Yeah.
They're net. So again, I know I'm moaning, Paul. Get my little violin out.
But I am
scratch golfer.
I am fully on board with this. So
they're prestigious comps at your golf club, I feel it should be. The people sounds terrible.
No,
but it should be the best golf that's been played that day. And if you play off 18 and you shoot under your handicap,
the best,
amazing. That you played, you deserve. But I think when you're getting more than 2 shots on a hole in these big competitions, personally, I don't think.
Well, there was a conversation we had on the way round today. Yeah. Stroke index is measured against how a scratch player will play that hole.
Yeah.
And that can sometimes... There was a hole we played today that Wakey was confused as to how is the easiest hole in our golf course. For a scratch golfer, you're not playing it the way everybody else is going to play it. I play it and I see OB all the way down the left.
Yeah.
If I go to the right where you were, I'm blocked out by trees. If I go long of the green, I'm in water.
Yeah.
If I go short of the green, I'm in a bunker that's aiming water. If I miss to the right, which most people do, there's water. This is the easiest hole on a golf course. Now, the stroke index 1, if you go the other way, was actually the 11th hole.
Yeah.
The one where I birdied.
Yeah.
That's stroke index 1.
Yeah.
And you're like... But that's because a scratch player is probably going to go in with an iron and an iron. And just because there's water short, right? Short left, sorry.
Yeah.
They're being more sensible on that hole, not being aggressive. But somebody like myself, I can see, I can hit driver as hard as I want. I miss to the right and it's safe there. I've got a chance to get up and down. To give somebody 2 shots on that and it to be an impact, I understand where... I just think the best golfers... should win, you're right, on the day, the boards. I think golf is incredible. It's the only sport where you can turn up and compete with anybody at any level.
I love that.
Beauty.
I love that part.
But when it's your club comp, I almost think that the people who practice harder should be slightly more rewarded. Because that's the idea. Like you say, it's a board. They're genuinely there. They stand their test of time.
Yeah, they're there for...
There's boards for 130 years old out there. And actually I'm on board with what you're saying. I'm on board. But I'm on board with what you're saying there. No, I kind of like that. Just max at 18.
Yeah.
I think that works pretty well, to be fair. And general comps everywhere else, get your handicap, get your strokes. That's what they're there for.
That's what it's there for, completely.
Yeah. But
completely.
No, I like that. Yeah. That's fantastic. I think it'll be a hot take, by the way. There'll be plenty weighing in on that.
But definitely.
Listen, that's the idea, and it's the idea is to spark a conversation.
Yeah.
And someone might offer a perspective that makes you go, actually, fair enough. And that's the idea.
I'm always happy for people to say that.
Well, mate, thank you so much for today.
Thanks for having me.
I've loved meeting you, playing golf together. Obviously, we had Wakey join us, which was incredible. But and we had a nice curry.
Yeah,
wasn't too bad, was it?
I was really good curry.
Bit hot though.
No,
bit hot though. I'm so soft. No, mate, honestly, thank you so much. I can't wait to hard. It's going to be class.
Same. Thanks.
I hope you've enjoyed it.
Oh, it's been amazing. Thank you so much.
No worries, kid. Thank you so much.
Cheers, mate.
Well, there you go, kid. Cheers. First one done.
Yeah, cheers, mate. That was great. Thank you.
No worries at all. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was amazing. Love it.
Class.
Absolutely loved it.
No, that's I made it, and that is literally, that's it.